I just saw the movie Flow, an animated movie, no dialogue. It's about a cat, there's a flood, and we follow what happens with this cat. And the cat is going with the flow. And the flow is the flow of water, the flow of life. I mean, the movie, my biggest concern going into this was I was going to be bored. Like, what's going to happen? You know, I'm not even like a big animal person. But I got to tell you, the animation was absolutely stunning. The nature and the way the characters interacted with the nature, on occasion, they weren't going for this, but it seemed photorealistic. Like my eyes just like, oh, okay, there's real water. There's real trees. They come across a bunch of birds in a field and you go, oh, it looked tricked. My brain would get tricked from time to time. And it was beautiful and emotive, and I sort of learned about the characters. I connected. I was like, hey, this little cat thing, I get what he's going through. Yeah, so I really connected with this cat and all the characters in it, really. I mean, I had to constantly be like, all right, well, these animals are not like animals from our world. Obviously, they're a little bit smarter. But it was interesting to see them all interacting with one another, and you sort of saw them growing together and forming like a dynamic of like friendship. Yeah, and you even through the cat dreaming, you could even begin to see the fears of the cat, and um, also everyone's genderless. We don't know who's a woman, who's a man, and I found myself like genderizing the characters, like, oh, well, the the bird's a woman, the cat's a boy, like, but really they're just beings, and I found that good too. And I started to relate to this journey, like this is life. A flood happens, tragedy happens, a major negative thing happens in your life, and what there is to do is just go with it and try to find your way through, and try to be good to someone else. I don't know. I mean, that's all I made up in my head. I don't know if it's there in the movie. And then there's another scene which I don't quite understand, which I'll probably think about for a long time, but where they go up to the top of this thing. I'm not going to get into what else, too much of that. I was captivated the entire time. So I'm going to give it a 90. 85. Give it an 85. I really loved it. I thought it was, yeah, compelling, beautiful, inventive, original. I love the animation, and I'm not even a big animation guy. Thanks for watching my review. Peace and love. I love you. I'm grateful that you watched. Come to the movies with me. Get on this review. I want to hear what you have to say.